Good evening. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is up in parts of northern Luzon as Super Typhoon Goring approaches the Philippine Area of Responsibility's boundary. Signal number 1 is raised over Batanes, Babuyan Islands, Ilocos Norte, the northern portion of Apayao, and the northwestern portion of Cagayan. In its 5 p.m. bulletin, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration says Goring is expected to exit PAR Wednesday night or Thursday morning. Pagasa last spotted Goring 185 kilometers west of Itbayat, Batanes, carrying maximum sustained winds of 195 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 240 kilometers per hour. According to the State Weather Bureau, the enhanced southwest monsoon or habagat will also bring occasional or monsoon rains over the western portions of Luzon and Visayas over the next 3 days. State meteorologists are currently monitoring severe tropical storm Haikui that is slowly approaching the Philippine Area of Responsibility. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration says Haikui is last seen to enter PAR Wednesday evening. It will be given the domestic name Hana once it enters PAR. At 3 p.m., Haikui was last seen 1,380 kilometers east of extreme northern Luzon, packing maximum sustained winds of 100 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 125 kilometers per hour. Pagasa says Haikui is forecast to become a typhoon within PAR, but it will remain far from the Philippine landmass. While it currently has no direct effect on the country, the State Weather Bureau expects Haikui to enhance the southwest monsoon or habagat, bringing rains over the western portions of Luzon and Visayas throughout this week. The National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council says Super Typhoon Goring has so far affected at least 196,000 people in the country. In its report on Wednesday, NDRRMC says at least 196,000 people in 7 regions in Luzon and Visayas have been impacted by Goring. This figure is equivalent to at least 56,000 affected families. The NDRRMC also reports almost 49,000 individuals have been displaced by the super typhoon. According to NDRRMC, 1 person was reported missing due to inclement weather caused by Goring in western Visayas. No reports of deaths or injuries have so far been received by the NDRRMC as of August 30. To date, the cost of damage to infrastructure due to bad weather was pegged at 41.1 million pesos. The NDRRMC says about 7.8 million pesos worth of assistance has been provided to those affected. The House Committee on Appropriations terminates the deliberations on the Office of the Vice President's 2.3 billion peso proposed budget in less than 20 minutes. During the panel's hearing Wednesday morning, Senior Deputy Majority Leader Sandro Marcos moves to terminate discussions on the OVP budget. He says this is in respect of the long-standing tradition of parliamentary courtesy, according to high-ranking officials. The motion is seconded, but members of the Makabayan bloc object to the motion, leading to a vote. Ultimately, 21 panel members vote to end the deliberations. ACT Teachers Representative Franz Castro tries to explain her vote, but Presiding Officer and Appropriations Senior Vice Chairperson Maria Carmen Zamora maintains the hearing had been terminated.
Madam Chair, kaya talagang kailangan maipaliwanag itong 125 million. At sinabi naman sa statement ni Vice President Duterte na mag-explain. So, Madam Chair, I have the right to explain why I voted no. Kailangan malaman itong 125 million na not confidential fund pero ginastos ng Office of the Vice President at kung saan.
The Makabayan bloc lawmakers condemned the panel for allegedly shielding Duterte from questioning the OVP's confidential funds in 2022.
Ang hinuhamo namin dito, nagtatago sa saya ng Kongreso itong Vice President para ipaliwanag yung mahalagang punto kaugnay ng 125 million confidential funds. Dahil ito po yung particular na kinu-question namin.
Meanwhile, Duterte asserts there is nothing irregular about her office's spending of 125 million pesos in confidential funds in 2022, saying the amount had been liquidated and reports on its expenditure have been submitted to the appropriate agencies. She also urges the Makabayan bloc to end the rabid vilification of the OVP, saying they don't have substantive evidence to back up claims of misuse. The Southern Police District is investigating the circumstances surrounding a viral road altercation between a policeman and an alleged retired soldier along a Osmeña Highway in Makati City. In a report on Wednesday, SPD identifies the two individuals as Police Staff Sergeant Marsan Dolipas, who was on board his vehicle, and Angelito Rencio, a motorcycle rider who introduced himself as a retired intelligence service of the Armed Forces of the Philippines member. Police say Rencio cursed at Dolipas while raising his middle finger after Rencio's motorcycle sideswiped Dolipas' vehicle. The police officer then alighted his vehicle and confronted the alleged retired soldier, who was purportedly carrying an unlicensed gun. SPD's report says Dolipas took the gun tucked on Rencio's waist and pinned him down, quote, as a precautionary measure. Dolipas then sought the assistance of Makati City Police Substation 3, where responding personnel brought them both for questioning. Upon surrendering his gun, Rencio sought the permission of the station's desk officer to retrieve his firearms documents at home, which led to his escape. The SPD says this resulted in the relief of Substation Commander Police Captain Edison Mabait and Desk Officer Staff Sergeant Reynard Matabang. The SPD has yet to confirm whether Rencio was indeed a retired soldier or just posing as one, adding that complaints will also be filed against him after authorities complete the documents relevant to verifying his gun registration. Alamin naman natin ang mainit na balita sa mundo ng showbiz. Narito ang report ni Ann Therese Arceo.
Kung may anti-celos class na naguraang JRU o Jack Roberto University, nakakita naman si David Licauco ng pantapat na DLSU o David Licauco Celoso University kung saan pwede mag-enroll ang mga taong mahilig magselos. Diretsang inamin ni David sa kanyang panayam kay Boyabunda na totoong isa siyang selosong boyfriend pagdating sa kanyang mga nagiging jowa. Muli kasing naging guest ang hunk actor sa Fast Talk with Boyabunda kung saan tinanong siya kung ano ang reaksyon niya sa anti-celos University ni Jack, ang boyfriend ng kanyang leading lady na si Barbie Fortesa. Dito ay pinagmalaki ni David na may sarili na rin daw siyang university. Pag-amin pa niya, ang pagiging seloso naman raw niya sa totoong buhay ay depende sa sitwasyon. Feeling niya, wala namang masama sa pagsaselos kung nasa katwiran at may pinanggagalingan. Nais lang din daw niyang protektahan ang kanyang girlfriend. Samantala, ngayon pa lang ay abangers na ang mga Barda fans sa follow-up project ng kanilang favorite Kapuso love team. Bibida kasi ang dalawa sa upcoming Kapuso series na Maging Sino Ka Man na very soon ay babandera na sa GMA Telebabad. Ito ang TV version ng classic at blockbuster movie noon ni na megastar Sharon Cuneta at Senator Robin Padilla. Ako po si Therese Arceo at yan ang Bandera Chika for today.
Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Pagasa says Super Typhoon Goring may exit Philippine area of responsibility tonight or tomorrow morning. But as Goring exits, state meteorologists are monitoring a severe tropical storm that may enter PAR Wednesday evening. House Committee on Appropriations terminates the deliberations on the 2.3 billion peso proposed budget of the Office of the Vice President in less than 20 minutes. And Southern Police District probes another viral altercation video involving a cop and an alleged retired soldier. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.